see that there. Okay, so I need to turn this down. It's a little behind there. Yeah, okay. All right. I'm getting used to this a little bit here. We're trying to work a little bit more on our audience participation. Okay, good morning, Cameron. Yeah. Josh Harold, good morning. Oh, Larima, how you doing? Good morning. All right, well, everybody, great to be here again on the morning grind. We want to get started, first of all, by letting everybody know, like, comment, and share the stream so we can get it out to all the people that need to hear some of the good things we're talking about today. Jacob, good morning. How are you, sir? Hayden McKee.
Well.
Oh man, Tommy Davidson. You know, this has got to be kind of like when if you watch a show on a regular basis, Saturday Night Live or something like that, and all of a sudden your leader is in the audience. So Lauren Michaels, yeah. Hey, you got Laura Michaels. We got it in the studio today. Well, we got a little bit of a light crowd today because we got some people that are out sick. So we're
some sick bitches.
Yeah. Jacob Freeze. Great morning. Wear a mask. Shannon. Hey, man, I'll tell you what. Well, it kind of works out good, Tommy, because I've been meaning for a long time to get my live stream skills, kind of on par there.
Yes.
And so this is a good opportunity with a light audience.
Yes,
I've got Lauren Michaels in the studio. I can focus. Good morning, Amanda. How are you? Okay, so we'll start out with 60 seconds of gratitude, and today we have a mighty studio audience of one. Tommy,
Two.
Van?
We got Van.
Van, what are you thankful for this morning?
I'm thankful for a bright new day, a new opportunity today, and I'm feeling better physically, and so I'm thankful for getting better.
Better health, improving health, bright days. Okay.
I'm thankful for two things, Shannon.
All right.
I'm thankful, number one, we're about to head to Florida for a week on Saturday.
Yes.
And number two, I'm very thankful college football season is upon us. Very thankful for that.
Okay, and you are a Notre Dame fan. My fearless branch manager, Anthony Akers, is a Notre Dame grad.
That's right.
It automatically, I think, makes him.
Rare. It's a very rare thing.
Does that not make him automatically smarter than me?
Makes him smarter than all of us.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what's a prediction? What?
I'm going to predict. Are you talking about this on my Florida trip?
No, I'm talking about the Fighting Irish.
I feel like they're going to win 10 games.
10 games.
That's a stretch because they're they got a new coach and a new quarterback. So I think most people would say an 8-win season, but I'm saying a 10-win. And I'm not a positive person.
Yeah, I was about to say, hey, Noah Davidson, Jacob Freeze says, go Buckeyes.
Yeah.
Do the Buckeyes and the Irish
bitch.
play? he says that from home, I guess. Comfort of his home instead of here.
He might be riding down the road right now, but they've got to do some things to be able to enter.
Fair enough. Okay, so this morning, the topic of the show is value versus worth. And so I thought it would be an interesting thing to talk a little bit about the difference between value and worth and sort of what it actually really means to everyone. We got some Zach Raines, go Vols. Boy, I'll tell you what, it is going to get started with football, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, I'm a pro guy. I mean, I like college, okay, but I have to say I'm a pro guy. I mean, and I'm with you. I feel like the Titans are going to win every game and win the Super Bowl every year until I find out different.
Yes, I'm not
sticking with it. Okay, so we're talking about value versus worth. Now, Tommy, I would tell you that what would you say is the difference between value and worth? I know they are used interchangeably quite a bit, but I think there really probably is a difference between a value and a worth.
I could value something different than what it's worth. Value is particular to me. Worth may be the market.
Okay, you bring up an excellent point. When I look at the actual definitions of value and worth, it seems to me they can be used interchangeably a little bit, but it seems like worth eventually gets back to an actual measurable number. like your net worth is.
Yeah.
And you can actually put a number on it. Whereas value also can be what something's worth. If it's worth a lot, it's maybe very valuable to you. But value always seemed to me eventually to get down to a certain amount of subjectivity. So you may be worth, or a house, just like you said, may be worth something. There's a definable number out there. I mean, it may be, people say, what's a house worth? What someone will pay for it, what it'll appraise for. I think a house is really worth what someone can finance it for. That's coming from a banker standpoint. Oh, let me ask you this. If everybody had to pay cash for their houses, how much would houses be worth?
However much money they could scrounge up.
If everybody that walking around had to pay cash for their house, they either no one would own homes or they wouldn't be worth very much. Not people don't. Yeah. So it made me start thinking about how everybody in their careers and going throughout their lives start to ask themselves this question of value versus worth. So if you're in a situation where you're trying to help someone purchase a home, sell a home, then you're there with other agents, right? So all of the agents that are helping those people are going to all probably have the same worth, and the value proposition is what's going to be different. And so creating that value proposition in the marketplace, I think, becomes where you want to focus. Not so much on the worth, but on the value. And so if you ever had something that was not worth very much to you, but extraordinarily valuable?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my Notre Dame football Saturdays. How much value is that to me?
Right.
What's it worth? It's on free TV pretty much. It's on NBC. But to me, I would pay several $100s per game if I had to.
Yes. Now, have you ever had anything that was really very valuable to you, but you would say was worth nothing?
I'm sure there's a lot of things that are, yeah.
I think the exercise there
Hey,
is.
what about when I'm thirsty and you got water? What's water worth?
Right, exactly. It's the water that's here and the water that's across town, they actually have the same worth, right?
Convenience stores are built off convenient value. Think about that. I will go in, like I caught Van the other day buying condoms in the store the other day.
Oh yeah? What
Yeah.
size?
I didn't see, he was hiding it from me. I don't know where he was going, but
Right.
These convenience stores solve problems in the moment, which increases their value. Think about, you could charge more because I need it now.
Yeah.
What are they worth? They're not worth as much.
That's an interesting thing. And I think that worth sort of chases value. So if you have something that has got a value proposition, hey, you can go across town to get that Coca-Cola or that gas or whatever, but it's here right now. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you can get it right now. So that value proposition is in their
Josh has got a good
convenience.
example.
Okay, what you got? Let's see.
Josh, he didn't spell dire right, but if I'm in dire need for a pen, then it's much more valuable than something I don't need.
I don't know why I'm not seeing that comment.
I don't know why.
I'm not really sure. Okay, so yes.
Will you do me a favor?
Yes.
There's a lot of people. I want everybody to know who you are. That maybe tell everybody who you are, what you do around here.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
Shannon.
they might just assume that you're one of my guys around here.
Gotcha.
That, are in real estate.
Gotcha. That is a really good point. I'm Shannon Wheeler. I am the president of. Let's see if I can get my. How do we?
You're probably right.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Oh, pretty close.
Yeah,
I am the
right there.
president of Premier Mortgage Group. And we are mortgage brokers. We actually have relationships with several banks in which we help our customers find the very best products and services to match their needs when they're purchasing real estate or refinancing, getting cash out, all those things. So that's what we do. We spend all day, every day, looking at interest rates, locking interest rates. If you have any interest in catching up with interest rates and absorption rates and good real estate and real estate finance data, we do the Premier Pass. It comes out every day. It's a quick 2 minutes that gives you where rates are
I'm
at.
finding more and more value in that. That is good value. You know, a lot of times my stuff is a lot of fluff, but you pack 10 minutes or 2 minutes of good stuff in there.
Yeah, so the interesting thing about that is in that 2 minutes, we really work hard to try to get actual relevant data. So, for example, we look at the absorption rate, and the absorption rate tells you how quickly homes are being purchased that are for sale.
Yep.
And so if you look at some of the leaders in our business, in our industry, they track absorption rates. What we do is we bring it down and we track it on a daily basis. So just every few basis points that it moves, we're watching it. We take a couple of sources. We're just to make sure everyone knows absorption rate. Now, this is a great value proposition of watching the Premier Pass, right? It's not worth anything more than another 2-minute clip of video, but it's got a real value. And the real value is you see where rates are moving on a daily basis, but then the other value is with the absorption rate being measured on a daily basis, you can actually watch in real time how quickly inventory is disappearing or extending. So what does that mean? Well, absorption rates are important in the real estate market because it tells you if you have a certain number of homes currently for sale and you do not put any more properties out for sale, how quickly will the homes that are available become absorbed, or how quickly will they get to a point where you have no homes available for purchase? So in a typical market, I think that a lot of people range somewhere between 4 and 6 months as a balanced market. So I think John Jones, for example, goes a little bit more at about 4 months to find out where that balance is. Some people would say 6 months because it's obviously 50-50 between buyers and sellers. That's maybe not actually true. I think maybe 4 months. But we actually are tracking it now in this changing market on a daily basis. So just yesterday it was at 1.89 basis point, percent months of inventory remaining. So as that number just increases, it tells you that there may be some incentives for buyers, it may be a little bit better. At the height of the market, I want to say the absorption rate was about 2 weeks. Something like that. So if no houses hit the market, every available home was going to be gone in Rutherford County in 2 weeks. That's now just under 2 months. And so it still favors sellers, but it's kind of creeping up and giving buyers a few more opportunities. So at any rate, we talk about present moment practice and all these other things, but during the day, that's what we're doing. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, good morning, Kendall. Oh, okay. If I'm in dire need of a pen, that's much more valuable than something I don't need. Okay, gotcha. So think about that while you're out there and you're trying to work in the business and create that value. Because I would tell you that if you start looking at net worth and you say, well, this person is worth this much, they've had this success, every single time you will find that it's because they created value. Somewhere the market responded to the fact that they created value. Because the value proposition was there, then their net worth followed because they created that value. So I don't know of any situation in a free market economy where the dollars did not chase value. Can you think of any time, Tommy, that the dollars did not chase the value?
Maybe in the beginning of something. Maybe it takes a little while to catch on to it.
Maybe a little bit of time to ramp up some.
Like when an innovative idea, thought, product comes out, maybe it takes a little bit, but sooner or later, money finds the market value.
Exactly. So if you are looking at yourself in a professional sense and you are saying, I am a professional realtor, a professional mortgage banker, whatever you are in a professional sense, even if you're just a house flipper, an investor, if you're like Austin Kepley or David Criswell, some of the, oh, hey, happy birthday, David Criswell. Yeah. So in all of those cases, they focus on the value proposition. So if you're flipping houses, your value in the market is that you're able to buy properties that need renovation and you know how to obtain the property, make an offer and successfully close on the property, marshal all of the resources that it takes to make that property new again or ready for the market again, and then the ability to resell that property. So it really challenges me sometimes when I hear people say things about people that flip properties and do that stuff, and they for some reason forget the fact that all of that is based on the fact that that person, that individual, knows how to create that value in the market, and the market responds. There's a family out there that needs a house at 123 Lucky Lane, and they don't have the ability to get it done until that person that renovates properties bought it 6 months ago, started working on it, got it ready for all of that, created this value. So when they make that sale successfully, they help that family. It's not because they've done anything other than created that value in the marketplace. So when you look at your services and that's what you have to sell, that's what you have to give, to contribute to the economy, to your clients, is your value, is your services, then ask yourself, what is the value proposition of my services? And if you constantly work on your value proposition, then the opportunities and the dollars will follow you. Okay, Van, take us out of here. And remember, shut it down. Everybody have a valuable morning.